Alright, yo, so hello and welcome, buddy. What is going on? So, I just want to make this quick video about Lewandowski. Nico Kovac actually saying that Lewandowski is flirting with a move, and that ultimately he is that he's thinking about moving away, but that we and Lewandowski have two different mindsets. Whereas we have a top striker, we want to keep him, whereas Lewandowski, he might want to move, but that's not going to happen. That's not going to be the case. Quite frankly, I feel like it's a lot of us knew about this already, and I think a lot of us actually knew that we weren't going to sell him at all because of what the club said earlier during the year, especially Carlos Rummenigge, who basically said that I can basically assure you I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I could tell you right now that Lewandowski is going to be playing for Bayern Munich at the end of next season next season. So I think all of us pretty much knew straight away that he wasn't going anywhere, even if he wanted to. And obviously, there's been rumors throughout the whole summer about Lewandowski wanting to leave, Lewandowski flirting with Real Madrid, Manchester United, PSG. You have the likes of all the team basically, but yeah, Kovac basically pretty much flat out said that despite him flirting with other teams, despite him wanting to move away, he's not going anywhere. He is not going anywhere. So my question really is it's more of a question really, and that's to you lot. Do you guys think that we should sell him? If it's quite late in the transfer window as well, but do you guys think that we should sell him, or do you think that we really shouldn't? Yeah, there's not many top strikers in Europe left, and selling a top striker like that, like Lewandowski, is quite a dangerous move, especially so late in a transfer window when you don't really have a backup. Well, not a backup. We've got obviously Sandro Wagner, but when you don't really have a first team striker, someone that's gonna score you those 30, 40 goals a season, So I think personally, I always knew that we weren't gonna sell him, but I always thought that it's best in our interest as well not to sell him because he's such a great professional that even if we don't allow him to move, he's still gonna do his best. He's still gonna do his absolute best for the club next season. He's still gonna do his absolute best. He's still gonna give his absolute best because, quite frankly, he wants one thing, that's Champions League, and so he's gonna always try his best. There's been a lot of criticism this year, of course, but criticism is part of being a footballer. I mean, you have to criticize the football players. You have to criticize, if they're playing bad, if they're not living up to their hype or living up to their ability. And I do feel that a little bit of the criticism was tiny little bit unfair, but I also feel like he deserved a lot of criticism. So it's a bit of both. Um, I don't think he should be made the scapegoat, considering it wasn't just his fault why we didn't progress or anything. It was pretty much the majority of the team. We just really didn't take our chances. And that's an issue that we have, an issue that we had last season, issue that we had the season before. I think it started ever since like Atletico Madrid. We had a ton of good chances against Atletico Madrid, like 3 years ago, then 2 years ago, then last year. We're always having good chances. Not that we don't have the chances to actually progress. It's just that we're not clinical enough, and I guess that comes down to the striker. But Lewandowski isn't the only player in our team that scores goals. In those two legs against Madrid, it was really Kimmich. Kimmich. He's the one scoring goals, and for a right back to score the goals, it's kind of like, it's a little bit of like just a. It should be the striker. It should be an attacking player. It should be a winger. It should be this. It should be that, and that wasn't obviously the case. So yeah, I think the criticism was fair. I think a lot of people just went totally overboard, and and personally, I don't think we should sell him because there is nobody else in world football that we can just get on such a short notice that can replace him or make up for him essentially. And I still think he's the best striker in the world. So you have all these factors, and personally, I think we should keep him. I mean, we are going to keep him, so that's not really an issue. But I also think that we should keep him, and that's obviously the bigger question. Now, another news is that Arturo Vidal, he is according to rumors, of course, but he is currently flirting with Inter Milan. We don't know, how much there is actually to that rumor, because Arturo Vidal, he always wanted to win a Champions League. That was his main goal. That was his main, that's the main thing that he wanted. And he looks like he's now moving on. Like he's like, okay, you know what? I want to go back to Italy. I want to finish my career there, and that's that ultimately. Arturo Vidal, he's a weird case because I always thought, personally, I like Arturo Vidal a lot. I think like people are just because they see like the creative side of like all our midfielders, they forget that we need someone like him in the team. And to me, that's an issue. That's a little bit of an issue because I feel like he's been a little bit disrespected right now. But if he wants to leave, then then I'm not gonna say we should stop him. Well, although I think that if he would stay, he'd be a very integral part and very important part to the squad. But the truth is, we have too many midfielders, and that's an issue. That's an issue. Having too many midfielders. We're trying to get rid of some. Ollie Hearn has already mentioned it that by winter, essentially by January, by the winter transfer window, he wants to get rid of say 2 to 3 midfielders, and obviously the question is who. Thiago being rumored, uh, Hammers for a short while was being rumored. Then obviously Rummenigge squashed that rumor. Vidal is still being rumored. So we'll see. That's the fun thing. We always talk about like, oh, we need wingers, but none of us ever have said, we need more midfielders because we always get more midfielders. It's like we always just pick them up. It's like, oh, we have problems in this area, we have problems in that area, we have problems in here. Let's just get more midfielders, and that's just my issue. Anyway, though, folks, I will see you guys more. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, everyone, peace out and have a nice day.